It's interesting that so many people say that Jiu Jitsu saved their life and these various things. I think that what they're failing to be able to articulate is the idea that, like, anxiety and depression, it's a signal from your body that something's not right. You're short of your potential, and what happens is you start chasing cheap dopamine in various ways through your addictions, your chemical addictions, your phone addiction, video game addictions, sex, I don't know, porn, whatever the thing is. You're trying to get dopamine hits to make you feel better, because, man, you're not feeling good in the rest of your life. Everything else is off track, and you're not getting it from real life. So it's causing a feedback loop. So you eat bad food, you feel a little tired, a little sluggish. It's the feedback loop. You're feeling tired and sluggish, so you go chasing cheap dopamine. Feedback loop. You're not sleeping good. You're getting 4 or 5 hours a night. You're staying up all night before you go to school the next day. That's what I used to do. And then you're tired and you have no self-control the next day. You're eating junk food all day long, and then you can't figure out why. It's the feedback loop, man. You start needing other ways, like other sources of the cheap dopamine. Here's another unexpected one. You're not serving your community in any way. So you're doing something that's very selfish. Let's say, like, for me, when I was younger, it was like playing guitar. Like, selfishly, all I did was think about me all day long, and that self-rumination causes more anxiety and, more depression. You're not meant to think about yourself all day long. You're meant to think about others. So you need to find something bigger than yourself, something worth doing. And I think Jiu Jitsu gives people a balance to all those things very rapidly. So you show up, you're very curious, so you're driven to show up. This is why we lose a lot of people at blue belt. It's not blue belt blues. What it is, the curiosity disappears. And during the curiosity phase, they were unable to foster a sense of purpose moving forward, or a sense of passion. Because if you're very passionate about Jiu Jitsu, you have this strong, almost uncontrollable sense of, or emotional response to Jiu Jitsu, then you're going to keep going. And that happens for tons of people during the curiosity phase, a little early on. And then the reality sets in, and you realize that this is just a long, slow grind forever, and that's why everybody drops off. They go on to the next thing when they enter the pit of despair, they call it. It exists in every new thing that you do, and that's what I've spent a lifetime doing. Starting a new thing, being very curious, entering the pit of despair, and then quitting. Over and over and over. And Jiu Jitsu was the first time that it forced me to get my nutrition in check for competition. It started forging friendships that lasted longer than 6 months. I started sleeping better. I started exercising, and a lot of that self-rumination went away. I feel better now than I've ever felt in my life, and I'm not going to say that it's just because of Jiu Jitsu, but ultimately it is. Jiu Jitsu gave me an outlet that made me take care of myself better. And then all of a sudden, you've been, taking care of yourself. You've been eating good, sleeping good. A few months go by, and all of a sudden, you feel good enough to read a book because you're interested about something else, and, your life changes. It can be life-changing, and I think that, man, if you're like 17, 18, 19 years old, school's ending, and you're just playing video games all day, every day, or maybe your grades suck and you're in high school and you can't play any team sports, man, go to a Jiu Jitsu gym. Find a Jiu Jitsu gym right now. Oh, I can't afford it. No. Go in there, be like, hey, man, I'm broke, but I'll work for you. I'll mop your floors. I'll clean your toilets. I'll do whatever you want from me. Just let me train. And dude, I don't know very many people who tell you no. If you're out there trying to make your life better, they're down for that. Go find a school. No excuses. It's gonna help you, man. So there's my rant. Jiu Jitsu does cure depression. Get off your ass and stop thinking about yourself. See you, dude.